Thank you very much, guys. This is Joel with your last translation of the day. We would not have seen this team in the interview once we reminded ourselves back when we saw these particular series before, but it is today that KT roster does pick out a win against SK Telecom, and we'll talk to the MVPs of the series with Deft and Mata. Deft, your eyes are still red and quite moist, to be said. And we knew that your expressions are usually pretty static and not much change goes on, but definitely emotions were shown by you today. You know, we faced many defeats against these guys, and it definitely seemed to a point where maybe that was our limit and maybe that was our team's limit. At one point I did think that, but definitely we overcame that today. And many people did criticize on very visible weaknesses of KT roster, but after this season started, the split started, everything is going right for you guys. I think last year the biggest problem was that the mid laner and also the ADC, the people you see in front of you guys right now, couldn't put in the damage, and they were the primary source of damage, supposed to be, but definitely didn't serve our roles very well last year, and I think our more focus during the team fights really did help out. And of course, SKT might be one of your most important opponents in LCK as soon as this team was formed. Yeah, I think if we just go to the matches today, a lot of the bans were through the mid lane, and it was really focused around that lane as well, but it was important that we stayed focused on both of the teams. And a lot of people did go back and forth on the criticism of the KT bot lane, but today was the good day, and you guys showed it up down in the bot lane with you and Mata. I mean, with all the banned champions, they did their pre-studies, and those are the champions that we were very, very confident at. And after having some of those limits to our champion pool, we had to go for those alternatives, and that's what we went with. And it seems like, you know, the auto attack based ADCs seems to be the trend. Yeah, I mean, I want to talk about Jinx a little bit, since it's also a auto attack based ADC, and before this patch does apply, I want to have a chance to hopefully play it one day. So first at MVP is Deft. We'll have a highlight to see some of his endeavors and how he got the MVP here. And it seemed like the mid laner wanted to open it up for the bot lane, but definitely didn't feel so. Yeah, I think we just told each other that we were definitely not going to lose this 3v2, and we were confident in our fights, and we didn't really need to back out at any point of that. And of course, you did lose out the second set, but the third game was the most significant one, where every team fight did serve a purpose, and it really gave a lot of power over to each team depending on the result of those team fights. Would you want to elaborate on those team fights? Well, I mean, let's go back to the second game a little bit, because I think it was definitely my fault for the most of the part that we lost the second game. And I, you know, went back with the Azir after being defeated by it, and I knew that it was stronger against Vladimir, and I didn't need to lose any confidence over that matchup. And after some considerations, Smed was telling me that laning isn't not that important, and it was all about the team fights, and so I tried to focus a little more on that part, and it did help out. Yeah, there were definitely very disappointing moments in that game 3 as well as to pick it up and recover from it. I mean, Vladimir is really just a one rotation champion. If it doesn't get the job done in one rotation, we knew that we can have a better chance on the second rotation to get the counter damage and really win the team fight, and that's what we counted on, and we did a good job with that. This was that one he was talking about. I'm sure you guys told each other to just run away. Yeah, we definitely were trying to focus on surviving with the ADC and the mid laner, because I think if we survive that first round, gives us a lot much better, and the opponent team doesn't have much damage to output after that one. And I'm sure you guys, yeah, since they had nothing else to hit with after that, we can counter back with much more confidence. I don't know, as an ADC, you must have been very, very scared when Faker rushed in with the Vladimir like that from behind. Of course, we did see very good counterattacks regarding that play. Yeah, I think our top one priority for today's games was to keep the members alive, and we knew what to do right after that. So succeeding that first part gave us a lot of victories that we needed in team fights. And today is actually a memorable day where KT Score played his 400th LCK game, and did you know about this? I don't think even he knows. Definitely giving a good gift over to Score, essentially, by giving him a good win over SK Telecom. Anything you'd like to say to Score?
저희 일단 미드 정글 합은 맞춘 지 1년 됐는데
It's only been about a year since the mid jungle chemistry has been forming.
모든 팀을 상대로 미드 정글로 절대로 밀리지 않는다.
And we will always tell each other that we will never lose against any other mid jungle combo in LCK, and I think we're doing a good job, and really congratulate you for your 400th game. Anything you like to eat after the game, Deft?
소고기 먹기로 했대요.
I think we decided on beef today. How'd you decide on that? How'd you hear it?
시작하기 전에 이기면 소고기고 지면
Yeah, before the match, we decided on beef if we win, and decided on going back home if we lost. So definitely a conditional one on that one. And you do have a lot of fans out here and also watching from the stream and from television, cheering you on. Anything you'd like to say to them?
날씨가 요즘에 굉장히 추운데
It's really cold right now in Korea, and it has been for a while. So we thank you still for coming out and supporting us.
오늘 SKT 이기면서
But defeating SK Telecom
올해 처음 목표가 작년에 못 해본 거다.
was definitely something, was on our milestones, something that really we made it an objective coming into 2018.
앞으로도 계속 다 이겨서
But we want to continue beating them and continue beating everybody else so that we can be the top team. And we just ask you to continue to support our team. Definitely that will be the interview with today's winners, surprisingly being KT Roster this time around. And we had our interview with Deft and Pawn, and we'll return it back to you guys.